Good evening, guys. I'm Rishita Shetty, and today we have Language Network with us. So, the Language Network is a place to learn and immerse yourself in the world of languages. It is an institution that promotes languages and culture. The students are introduced to different languages and help them master their nuances, cultural significance, and etiquette. The institution has taught about 1,000 plus students, and more than 500 students are enrolled with us at present. The Language Network offers online courses for various languages like French, Spanish, German, Japanese, Mandarin, Korean, and English, and have had students from various countries like Qatar, Canada, Paris, and various age groups. We are happy to have a Language Network with us today for taking this webinar. Also, we have Prachi Ahuja, a Spanish language expert who has always been passionate about learning novel languages and can verbally communicate in 7 languages, being competent in Spanish. Having a diploma in Spanish till B2 level from Institute Cervantes, Embassy of Spain, she has worked with numerous renowned institutions, for instance, the National School of Madrid, Spain, where she was appointed as a teacher. Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Prachi Ahuja. Now I would like you to start the session.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hi. How is everyone? You can unmute and really tell me if you want. And it should be very interactive, please. I don't want a very boring webinar. Even I don't want you guys to take away something very boring from here. I want you guys to take away something very interesting. Hi, you can send me in your chat box also. Okay, hi, hello, hello Tanupriya, hi. Hi, Poonam, hi, Jayati, hi Tanupriya, hi Meghna, hi Anaya, hi Piyush, hi Garima. Hello everyone. So hi, let's start. Let's begin. So first of all, I really want to know that why you all came today. That's the only reason I'm asking. Like, what is the fact that bring you all here today? What is the fact that you think that okay, Spanish is interesting? What do you know about Spanish? What is Spanish? I should ask that first. What do you think is Spanish? To learn Spanish, okay. A language, cool, yeah, it is a language. What else? Just a language? Beautiful language. It is a beautiful language. Agreed to you. Sai, Baf, and 155. I don't know if I spell it correct or not. Cool. Nobody else want to say that what is Spanish? Cool. Now let's begin our journey for today's webinar. Just a second. Okay. Okay, so let's start. First of all, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Language Network. So yeah, I'll be taking you through it. So hi guys, I am Prachi Ahuja. I'm 21 years old. I am a Delhi certified 3-year experience in Spanish teacher. And you can say that I love languages so much because I have always been, learning languages since I was like 6-year-old. My first language to learn was French, and I speak 7 languages, which makes me like a polyglot, of course. But something I really adore about languages, when you're learning a language, you are just not learning a language. You're learning more than a language. You're learning a tradition. You're learning a culture. You're learning a way of living. And I probably would say that I learned a lot. If I am a great person today, just because of the languages I learned. I can speak 7 languages, and right now I'm also learning Japanese, which will be my 8th language. And my passion to teach is like, basically I was a teacher in British Council, and back then I discovered that, yeah, bro, you can teach. Yeah, that was the thing that happened. No, I can teach. I always used to teach my friends before the exam, and that they always gave me a good feedback that Prachi, why you don't become a teacher? And besides being a teacher, I'm a marketing manager and the country head for LATAM in a company. And probably this year I'd be like teaching Spanish in the School of Madrid. Also, I am a great explorer. Now, coming back to the language again, Spanish. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you listen? Spanish. Can anyone tell me? Like the first word that comes up. Okay, Spanish is, what is Spanish? Let me check the chat box, please. Hola. Hola is Spanish. Anything else? Like the first word that comes into your mind. Hola, just hola. Hey Jamani, hey Divani, get dialogue girlfriend wala. What's that even? I don't know. Español. See, very good. What else? No football lover? Nobody's there? Buenos dias. It's a really beautiful language to speak. Okay. What else? Gracias. Very good. Piyush. Excellent. Yeah, it is. Gracias. Okay, let me tell you, gracias is the most used word in Spain. In a survey in 2019, gracias was the first word which actually means thank you in Spanish, was the best or the most spoken word in Spain. Despacito. Excellent. I tell you my story that why I started to learn Spanish was because of Despacito. Despacito came and I actually had that, you know, that insider in me that bhai ye kya bol raha hai? What is he saying? I cannot understand. I have to understand. I have to learn it. What is he saying? I have to go ahead. So I started learning Spanish because of Despacito and it became my favorite language. I tell you, seriously, it became my favorite language. Gracias is thank you, right? Yeah, excellent. Gracias is thank you. Now, let me tell you the first word when I was learning Spanish and somebody used to tell me that, oh, Spanish. I used to think that, acha, Spain. But let me tell you that Spanish is just not only Spain. Spanish is spoken right now in more than 21 plus countries and like counting. LATAM is totally about Spanish. You have different countries in which you'll speak Spanish. You have Mexico, you have Peru, you have Bolivia, you have Chile, you have Argentina, you have Uruguay, Paraguay, Cuba, Costa Rica, Salvador, Guatemala, and whatnot, actually. So Spanish is becoming like very, very famous, I tell you, in these days. And let me tell you that like of course, this webinar is totally all about why you have to learn Spanish, but I personally will tell you that learning Spanish was my favorite decision. Like a decision I'd never regret is learning Spanish. Because this language gave me so much to remember, the culture, the heritage, the way of speaking, I'd say, or even you can say the confidence. Because Spanish itself became something that I can adore entirely. Por favor. Yeah. Okay. Now let's learn. So I told you that Spanish is just not spoken in Spain. Spanish is spoken in more than 21 countries, correct? Now, facts on Spain. Of course, the originality always remains there. The origin is always there. So what are our facts of Spain? So Spain isn't all Spanish. This is the thing that I'll tell you. I told you that Spanish is just not Spain, and vice versa, that Spain is just not all Spanish. Spain has like 4 other co-official languages, Catalan, Basque, Galician, and these languages are exactly not same like Spanish. They are very different and unique in itself. And you know what, I tell you that whenever you meet a person having 2 surnames, you know he's from Spain. Because in Spain, there's a culture of having 2 surnames. The first surname is your father's surname and the second surname is your mother's surname. For an example, if my name is Prachi Ahuja, it's just because of my father. But in Spain, what the surname your mother is having, the same surname you would have in the end. For an example, my first teacher, I still remember, she was from Spain and her name was Maria Hernandez Gomez. So Hernandez was the surname of her father and Gomez was the surname of her mother. So it's like a custom to have 2 surnames in Spain. Next is Maracha Real, is like the national anthem of Spain, which has absolutely like no lyrics at all. It's the first national anthem to have no lyrics at all. And it is like a small town, or maybe I'd say a small place in Spain where 700 people have the same surname as Capon. So I tell you, like, people have, and Maria is the Maria, Juan, Raquel. These 3 names, you go on, streets of Galicia, you go on streets of, Madrid, you'll just definitely find somebody whose name is Juan or somebody whose name is Maria. It's like the most common names. Then you have Spain gets most, I tell you, because I was in Spain for like 2 years. So Spain has more tourists than the number of people live there. I tell you that. You go to Spanish countries, like, you go everywhere, you will find just tourists. Even you're sitting in a cafe, 50% of the cafe is owned by the tourists that are coming there. And the stapler, what you use right now, it came from Spain. So yeah, these were the facts. Now coming on to the main basic topic, that why? What are the reasons why one should learn Spanish? Okay, I want to hear it up from you. First, you tell me, why you think you should learn Spanish? Why you think that you should learn Spanish? Tell me, why you think you should learn Spanish? Okay, to explore. What else? Just to explore, nothing more to it. To explore, and what else? Why you think you should learn Spanish? To learn? To learn Spanish, we learn Spanish to learn. Okay. I love speaking different languages. Okay. To add a new skill, porque me encanta remos. World's widely most spoken language. Correct. What else? What else make you love Spanish? I can add it to my CV. Greedy people. To sing Despacito. Okay, very nice. Learning a new language sharpens the mind. I absolutely agree to this statement. There is no doubt in this statement, Jyoti. Totally no doubts. Agreed 100%. What else, guys? There are how many people there are 100 participants. I just got 4 or 5 replies. I know webinars are boring, but I'm trying my level best to make it more interesting for you guys. You can at least reply that, why you think you should learn Spanish? This is the same question that I asked in the beginning. Why you are attending this webinar? What else, guys? I'm waiting for your replies. Okay, cool. If nobody, to flirt. Someone actually told the truth. That Spanish is the most romantic language. Most romantic. Learning a new language help us to think in various ways about a particular thing. And Sahil, I think that you can get a Spanish goal if you learn Spanish from us. Helpful when we go to other country and interact with people. Totally, it is. Cool, guys. Now, let's actually move towards it. Coming on to why one should learn Spanish. So I tell you that 400 million Spanish speakers worldwide. There isn't just one person, it's just not one country, more than 22 countries right now. And more than 400 million Spanish speakers will give you a detail and will give you a good reason that why you should learn Spanish. I tell you, when I was learning Spanish, okay, I tell you one personal experience. It was my first day in Instituto Cervantes. Instituto Cervantes is the embassy of Spain from where I learned Spanish. So it was my first day. Like you all, I sat in class like, oh, it's my first class. Oh, my hair. Oh, me, my phone. Oh, God, it's my first class. I'm so nervous. What to do? My teacher came in. She said, hola, chicos, ¿cómo estás? Estoy muy bien. ¿Y tú cómo estás? I was like, blank. It was like a movie without subtitles, I tell you, I swear. It was like, what is happening with me? I had no clue what is happening. And then she told me that what it means. The first class, I didn't understand anything. Second class, I told my mom, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't understand anything. There's no point of, paying the fee. There's no point in me learning that language. I don't have interest in that. But then the next day, when I actually learned the first sentence in Spanish, and that was me llamo Prachi, which means my name is Prachi. I don't know why I started loving this language so much. I had no clue that I'm gonna love this language this much, but it was like so amazing that I actually did, and now I'm a PhD Spanish. Like I'll be gonna be a PhD Spanish really soon. I love this language, and when I went to Spain, I actually understood that, bro, this is a new world. This is something else. So many people speaking the same language, like 400 million Spanish speakers all over the world, gave me so many opportunities in life that I cannot even describe here. So yeah, if you're thinking to go ahead with something that you would be proud of, if you're thinking that you want to go with something that, okay, I want to learn a new thing, at a state of mind, you think that, okay, I just want to discover more about myself, go ahead with learning this language. It will help you so much. Second, we have is learning Spanish makes you more employable. CV wale? Where are everyone who is saying, I want to add it in my CV, I want to add it in my CV? Yes. If you know a language, everyone pays you more. I'll not tell you my salary, but yeah, you get a decent and a great amount as compared to the English speakers, I tell you, because if you add any other language, even it's French, even it's Japanese, even it's Spanish, whatever language is like a general one. So you are liable to get, you are, potential, you have the potential, you are able to get more as compared to the other, or, the rest of the crowd. So that, yeah, you could really make you more informative, I'd say, because you already know a new language. You can communicate with two kind of people now. And now the company is ready to, invest in you more. And don't you think? Because you know what, when we learn any language, we think that you just get one work, and that work is translations. I tell you, absolutely not. Because translations is a part of learning a language, but a translator is a totally different person, and a company who's telling you to come and do in something in marketing, something in sales, something in inside sales, something in center of excellence or something, the work is totally different. So don't you ever get confused that, okay, I'll just become a translator. The whole life, what you have to do is read the sentence in English, write the sentence in Spanish. Read the sentence in English, write the sentence in Spanish. Being a translator also gives you another course. If you want to become a translator, you have a course to do it. Not everyone can become a translator in Spanish, right? I did my MBA in marketing. I am like currently pursuing my MBA in marketing. So I am into marketing, Spanish marketing in India only. You get it? You have to discover your thing first and then add your language there. I consider total LATAM. I do the marketing for LATAM region. I do marketing for Spain, I do marketing for Mexico, I do marketing for Argentina, Bolivia, or places like that. That's up to your interest. Your language adds it. Like you can deal with two people at a time. I can even deal with Indians, and I can even deal with people who are coming from Spain. So it is an additional point that I have. Get my point? Not always you become a translator after learning a language. That's something I should teach you guys today, that not always, if you think that, oh, I have learned Spanish, that doesn't mean that the person is translator. You have a variety of work, a plethora of opportunities if you learn one language. It's just not about Spanish. If you learn any language, your plethora, your sensitivity towards learning new languages and your ability to do more, of course, it increases. Coming on to the next point, which is absolutely my favorite point, that is Spanish gives you access to other cultures. You tell me, what is the one thing that always fascinates you about Spanish? Like something, oh bhai, this is something I want to learn after doing, I want to do after learning Spanish. This is something that is in my bucket list. Zindagi na milegi dobara, people hands up. I think that everyone has actually watched Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Natasha has. Nobody else? It was a very famous movie. Very, very famous movie. Rishita has, Muskan has. Sahil also did. Peer pressure. Bhagya also did for peer pressure. What all you watched in that movie? Wasn't that fascinating? Wasn't that interesting? That tomato fight, that bullfight, the festivals, the colors, the glory. Wasn't it interesting? Of course. If you learn Spanish, it's a plus point. You can actually feel those things in yourself. La Tomatina is my favorite festival. I attended Tomatina last time in Spain, last time when I was in Spain. It is amazing. So actually, Spanish gives you access to other cultures too. And I'm just not saying that because I had learned Spanish. I learned Spanish because all of this. So these are my factors to learn Spanish. Cool? Okay. Now, Spanish is easy to learn and to start speaking. Guys, you know that, if even you learn Japanese, you have a different script or you have different way of writing or a pattern of writing. But Spanish is exactly the same what you write in English. The abecedario. What is an abecedario? Abecedario is the alphabets in Spanish are totally the same that are there in English, like S, P, A, but the pronunciation actually changes. And there is one more thing that are called tildes. And what are tildes? If anyone here knows matras in Hindi or the accents, they'll, connect with me. For an example, Prachi, that E has an emphasis. But in English, we don't say that. English doesn't have any emphasis or any tildes or anything, right? So that is a point. But in Spanish, you definitely find out lots and lots of tildes, lots and lots of accents. Cool? Now coming up to what are the levels in Spanish. Every language has a predefined set of levels. Now here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 levels, counting from A1 till going till C2. Now I tell you, what is A1? A1 is something where you learn UKG and first class. You get me? When you go back to school, everyone. Go back to school. Let's go back to school, everyone. UKG. What you used to learn there? You used to learn, hello, my name is Prachi. I study in UKG. You learn about self-introduction. Little bit up, you learn about, hi, in my family, there are 3 people. Level up. Get my point? Language is exactly the same, level up. Now, A1, you learn very basic things. Hi, hello, introduction, greetings, farewells, numbers, days, months, etc. Coming on to A1, it is divided into 2 subcategories, that is A1.1 and A1.2, in Spanish called as A1.2, A1.1. Correct? Now these are called as the beginner level. The level in which you begin with something, the level in which you just started with your race and you just kept the feet in the ground. Now, coming on to A2, that is an elementary level in which you are able to describe yourself. You're able to describe the clothes that another person is wearing. You're able to describe the personal characteristic of somebody. And you're even able to describe about your family, your friends, first person, second person, third person, totally. This is your elementary level in which you learn clothes, in which you learn about the physical characteristics, in which you learn about your emotions, in which you learn about the places, in which you learn about, the condition, that is if I'm sick, what I'll do. You learn about basic conversation in which you can just talk that, hi, my name is Prachi. The person standing with me is this. The person is having long hair. You are able to describe properly an image that you have in your mind. Now, this level is furtherly divided into A2.1, A2.2, that is A2.1 and A2.2. In Cervantes or in many places, you have A2.3 also, but that's just nothing but A2 plus, like additional to A2 that you already learned in B1. That's like a revision level with entire thing covering from A1 and A2. Now, intermediate level, that is called as your B1 or that you call is as B1. Now, what is B1? In B1, you learn about total grammar, like present tense, future tense, past tense, I am, you are, she is. You learn the proper conjugations. Now, B1 is a little intermediate level. Just a second, I have so many chats I have to open. Okay, cool, nothing like that. Yeah, so in B1, you learn about something very, grammatic. You learn how do we make a sentence in Spanish. If I want to tell that I want to eat apple, I want to dance, or even I want to give my desires, or maybe I want to ask you a few questions. So till B1, you are good to go. Like good to go not in a sense that you know Spanish, but you know the basic things. You can comprehend what the another person is saying, and you can tell what you are feeling. B2 comes the upper intermediate level, of course, level up. It's a staircase, 1 stair, 2 stair, 3 stair. Now B2 comes up with your upper intermediate, in which you will be able to describe everything. Everything almost you'll be able to describe till B2. Now B2 has another sub parts, that is B1.1, B1.2, and B1.3, that is B1.1, B1.2, and B1.3. Coming on to the level C1 and C2. Yahan tak aate aate sab thak jate hain. Till here everyone is tired, then everyone says, let it be. I'll not do C1 and C2. But being a language expert, I suggest you never ever leave something in between. Never ever leave something, let it be. No. If you're doing it, do it full heart. If you're not doing it, don't even start. That's the life funda that I follow always. Either do it or either don't do it. There are 2 only options that you have. Either do it completely with whole heart, or either don't do it at all. And people do skip C1, C2 because they're very difficult. I'll not keep you in something, fairy world, I'd say, or something in a false world. But C1 and C2 are very difficult. Shakespeare. Exactly. Now you get it. The literature comes up. The difficult part comes up. You have lots and lots of things in the advanced level of the language. And after C1 and C2, you have the entire authority to even, do anything in Spanish. So C1 and C2 are your master levels. These are the levels in which you learn exactly the similar Spanish like a native Spanish speaker. Cool. Now till here, guys, if you have any doubts, please note it down, because I'll take the doubts in the end of the session. Okay. Now come up to the language network. Why to learn with the language network? First of all, the timings are very flexible. You tell us and we curate something for you. You tell us, I am free 8:30, we'll curate something for 8:30. You tell us I'm free in the morning 6, we'll curate something for morning 6. Second is economical. Not at all expensive like the other universities, other institutes. It's very economical and it's very, very convenient. Next is interactive methods to teach. We don't use the methods. Okay, I tell you, being a teacher, I always tell my students this thing. Never ever rectify. I don't know what people tell in university. I don't know what people tell in colleges. I don't know what people tell in school. Never ever rectify. I still remember what other teachers do is they show you, okay, guys, this is a skirt. It is called as a falda. This is a t-shirt. This is called this. This is a pant. This is called this in Spanish. And the person learns it in 45 minutes or 1 hour session and it's gone. But here at the language network, we describe you in a 3D module. You go. I am telling you, go and wear your skirt. And then I'll tell you, okay, it's called la falda, in which your mind will forever keep it in, here. It's never gone from there. It's always there that, okay, I wore that and the teacher said it's falda. You are just like very quick. We have lots and lots of discussions. It's a 2-way round. It's just not me speaking and you just, okay, ma'am, okay, ma'am, okay, ma'am. No, it's you speaking and I listening. Next is lots of quizzes and a lot of interactive methods. We play so many games. We play chit games. We play, the card games, we play the Kahoots, and so many interactive methods of teaching. Then we offer you group as well as the individual classes. That is, if you want to take alone, we are, welcoming you. If you want to take in a group batch, we are totally and up to you. It's totally up to you. Next is we chose learners, centered approach. This sentence is absolutely self-explanatory. I don't need to explain this more. And you know, the course completion certificates, yes, we provided, and we are affiliated with everything. So these course certificates actually count. They are just not like that. Cool. Moving on to head. Now, popularity of Spanish language. I told you all the factors before. Now, this is something very important, that Spanish is the second most spoken language on earth after Chinese. Not even English is there, but Spanish is there. So I already gave you a reason to learn Spanish, right? I just put this magnet here and I have attracted all of you towards it. So I have no reason why one should not learn Spanish, but I have all the reasons why one should. You can see Chinese is topping the list with this number, and the Spanish is here, and we have English also here, then we have Hindi, then Russian, then French, Bengali, Japanese, Chinese, Chinese also have some subdivisions, etc., etc., etc. Cool. Now, basic, everything is done till here. I'll teach you what is Spanish. Now, Spanish is a language that is having so many divisions. It is totally different from English. So when you're entering the class or when you're learning Spanish, forget that something you have learned in English. And second thing, Spanish will ruin your English. Like mine is totally ruined up. It will ruin. And learning a new language will ruin the previous one, that's for sure. It will not, you know, make you stable, because Spanish is something very different and English is something very different. So my recommendation as a language expert is stop comparing two languages with each other. Before that, it gives me a conclusion that, okay, no, I'll just tell you in the end, maybe that one. So Spanish is divided into two categories. The first is the formal Spanish, and the second category that we have divided into is your informal Spanish. By formal Spanish, I mean that usted, which means you're gonna speak the Spanish with somebody you don't know. You cannot call it like it's the first day of work and you cannot call your boss like, hey bro, what's up? Of course, that's not an etiquette, but you will say, good morning, how are you? In a very polite manner. Exactly the same we have for the formal Spanish that is spoken with either government officials, somebody you don't know, or somebody you want to pay respect to. Coming on to the informal Spanish, you can use it with me because you know me, you can use it with your friends, you can use it with your family members, totally depends on you. Now, the selection of Spanish depends on you. Now, this selection is furthermore divided into singular or plural. That is either the person or either the thing I'm talking about is one, or either the thing I'm talking about is more than 1, 2, 3, or whatever it is, just more than one. Correct? Now, a fact that everything in Spanish has its own gender. The wall behind me has its gender. My mobile phone has its gender. My jacket I'm wearing has its gender. The hair I'm having has its gender. My mouth has its gender. My laptop has its gender. Everything and every person has its own gender. Either it would be masculino, that is your masculine, that is your male, or either it would be feminino, that is your feminine gender. How do we categorize it? It's a long process and I cannot cover that topic right here in the webinar, but I try my level best. When you all come up, we are going to have lots of fun. Now, I told you this, that everything in Spanish and every person in Spanish have its own gender. Like either it can be masculine and either it can be feminine. Now, what all are the Spanish exams that are very important? This is something that is very important. So basically, as of now, to test your Spanish CEFR, that is Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, give you two options. One is the Delhi exam and one is the CLA exam. Delhi is the oldest and CLA just came into the picture right before a few years. Now, what is Delhi? Delhi and CLA are the exams which tell you your level of language. Like on which level your language lies on. I'll tell you the differences. What are the difference between both of them? The differences between both of them. First of all, Delhi's diploma of language level, that is according to the CEFR, I told you, like from A1 till C2, you have this diploma. Then CLA is a certificate of proficiency in language and point scale evaluation. Now, DELE, you have to select the level. For an example, if I gave my A2 DELE, that is my A2, I think my language is so good that I can give an A2 DELE. I select myself and they give me an exam depending on that. In CLA, you don't get the chance to, select your level. You just fill up the answers, and on the basis of your answers, the person will tell you, okay, her level is A2 or her level is A1. It is point based, and DELE is just like you tell that my level is A1 and I'll give the exam and I'll give the authority if I pass the exam. Now, everything I told you, like, it's from 1989 and it just came into picture in 2016. Expiry. Now, DELE never expires. DELE is something that is once given, lifetime. My certificate, I have a certificate on my wall. I paste it. It's forever with me. CLA has a picture of just 5 years. After 5 years, if your CLA expires, you have to give CLA again and again. CLA is totally MCQ. In DELE, you have 4 subparts. Now, what are these subparts? Now, what are these subparts? These subparts means that one is for listening skill, in which audio plays and you have to take the answers according to it. The second is writing skill. You'd be given a topic on which you have to just write on. Third is your grammar, or what you have, the reading comprehension. And fourth is your speaking skills. So these are the skills that are being tested in DELE examination, but in CLA, you just have an MCQ exam and you have to give the exam, and it's all sorted for 5 years. The image is done. Okay, now a lot. We have done a lot. So let's start with a common practice, or what do we say, is los saludos in Spanish, that are greetings in Spanish. So how do we say hello? We say hola. H is always silent. Always remember, it's not hola, it's hola. Okay. Good morning is buenos dias. Then we have good evening, buenas tardes. Now we have good night, buenas noches. Then if you want to ask somebody, like I know you, you know me, you know your friends, you know your family. Hey, how are you? You'll say, ¿Cómo estás? But what if I'm talking to the president of the country? I won't say him the same. I'd say him, ¿Cómo está? And if I want to say that I am fine, estoy bien. I'm very fine, estoy bien. Correct? Now again, I'll say yes. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? Estoy bien. Estoy muy bien. I'll repeat myself again. Hola. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? Estoy bien. Or estoy muy bien. Now send in the chat box, how do we say hi in Spanish? Everyone?
Ma'am, just a second. Those who are not turning their cameras on will not be given PR points. So if you want PR points for this event, I request all the participants to turn their cameras on. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. I get a chance to look all your beautiful faces. Amazing. Guys, fast PR points. You won't get them. Hola, 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 hola. Very good, everyone. Excellent. Now, coming on to the next topic. I think this topic is clear. I'll just repeat again. Los saludos are the greetings. Hello is hola. Then we have good morning. That is buenos dias. Okay, so rhyme in Spanish. That is buenos dias, buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas tardes, buenas noches, me voy a dormir. You can always go on YouTube and you can type Buenos Dias and it will come like a poem. The poem will be coming and you can always refer to this poem. Hi, Samriddhi. Thank you for turning on the camera. It is lovely to see you. Now. Oh, thank you, Chirag. You too. Gracias. Everyone, please. It would be lovely if I see you all. It is great, I think. Now, everyone has watched this Dora the Explorer, and we all have clapped with her. We all have told her that, oh, the map is there. We all have done this. The Dora the Explorer has been originated from Spain. And when do we say thank you? It already means gracias. Every time you leave the cafe, you enter in the cafe, somebody gives you something, you give someone something, you always have to say gracias, 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 gracias. Gracias is the mostly, it means everybody is going to use this gracias every time. The door, you open a door for somebody, gracias. You close a door for somebody, gracias. Gracias is like the okay word in Spanish. And after gracias, if you want to say that, okay, you're welcome, or you want to say that it's okay, never mind, mention not, it's de nada. Gracias, de nada. Gracias, de nada. Gracias, de nada. Cool? Now, let's move ahead. Now we have las despedidas, that are your farewells, or these are something that you're going to wish someone when somebody leaves, right? So, las despedidas are your farewells. What are your farewells? Goodbye. Adios. Bye. Ciao. See you soon. Hasta pronto. See you later. Hasta luego. Nice to meet you. Mucho gusto. Again. Adios. Ciao. Hasta pronto. Hasta luego. Mucho gusto. I'll repeat myself again. Adios. Ciao. Hasta pronto. Hasta luego. Mucho gusto. Now let's just revise once more. Hola. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? Estoy bien. Estoy muy bien. Gracias. De nada. Adiós. Chao. Hasta pronto. Hasta luego. Mucho gusto. So I think we are running short of time because we just have 10 minutes and I have to take all the doubts. So I'd be skipping this number thing, but I'll just tell you once. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So guys, thank you so much for listening to me and attending this. Now I think we can have a doubt session. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll be like more than happy to address all of them. I hope you all enjoyed. Firstly, you can send in your questions, you can send in your queries, anything related to Spanish, anything related to Spain, anything related to any scholarship exam that you want to go ahead with. You want to learn Spanish in Spain, there are scholarship exams also. There are so many things that I can tell you. If you want to ask, you can really ask. Okay, sure. I can show the slide again for the contact details. These are not my contact details, but these are the contact details for the language network. You can, of course, contact them and they can contact me about you guys. Yeah, you can take the screenshots if you want. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Ushma Shah, the Vice Chairperson of Elysium this year, and I'd like to thank Ms. Prachi Ahuja and the Language Network for an interesting basic level Spanish workshop. I'm sure everyone present here really learned something new, and it will be really helpful for all of us to, whoever at least wants to pursue Spanish in the future. So we hope to organize more such events in the future and collaborate. Thank you. Best of luck to all the contingents for taking part in this, and also for Elysium happening on 15th, 16th, and 17th of March. Thank you, Pooja ma'am, for joining us today. And yeah.
Okay.
Cool, guys. I think this was it.
Guys, hello.
If somebody's there.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi. Requesting everyone to just turn their cameras on quickly for a group picture. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
If you have friends along with you, that's also fine, guys. Okay, is anyone left to turn their camera on? We'll wait for a minute. You can see the apex in front of you right now. Okay, let's take a picture in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Prachi ma'am. Great session.
Welcome.
We all
And
were
guys,
listening to you
if
very
you are
intensely.
posting anything, don't forget to tag us, the Language Network, and Prachi.Ahuja_ on Instagram. I'd be more than happy to reshare all of it. Okay. And Language Network would be great having all of you here with us, and we'd be very happy to get in touch with you very, very soon. Thank you. See you soon. Mucho gusto.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.